All right, welcome back. Countdown to Duberville, 9 weeks after my competition in Canada. This week, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about gear, and no, not steroids. I know we say that steroids is gear. We're going to talk about the gear you saw here. This is only half of what I have, but this is what I take to the gym on a normal basis. Just give you a quick rundown on some of the stuff that we use. If you went back to some of my older videos, you would see I did a video a few months ago titled what's in a strongman's bag. I'm not going to go over everything that I use. I'm just going to go over what you need to start and what you should look for in buying stuff. All right, the most important thing you're going to need, if it's the first thing you buy, you need a belt. You can either go with the heavy leather belt, got the lever clip on it. If you don't know what the lever belt is, it gives you a 1-stitch and pull. It's not trying to put the buckle on. You see a lot of guys trying to get it tight. The belt right on, right off. I recommend that. They are expensive. If you want to go a little cheaper, a soft belt. Many companies make them. Like I said, I'm sponsored by Cerberus. Cerberus is mine. But it's a soft belt, it's Velcro, easy on, easy off, works for almost everything you need. Like I said, belt is the first thing you need to buy when you start training strongman. All right, the next thing you're gonna need is you have to wear shoes. You don't need to buy shoes for every event. I did ask Brian Shaw that question at a seminar a few years ago. How many pair of shoes you take? And he says, how many events are there? He takes shoes for every event. If you're looking at one pair, these are just some Asics. They have a little bit of give to them, but they're stronger. You don't want a basketball shoe. You don't want like a cross-training shoe. They're too soft and squishy. A lot of guys wear Chuck Taylors. A lot of guys wear indoor soccer shoes. If you're looking for one all-around shoe, that's probably your best bet. When it comes to deadlifting, all I wear is some socks. You can deadlift in socks, get you closer to the ground. If you want to get a little more advanced, I got some Olympic lifters. A lot of guys will wear the lifters for their pressing events. Some wear them for stone, some wear them for squatting. They're not comfortable to walk in, so they're not good for moving events. But for standing, static events, pressing, a pair of Olympic lifters. But if you're looking for one shoe, like you said, you have to wear footwear. I do recommend an indoor soccer shoe, something flat bottom, something with not a lot of squishiness to it. You can get away with one pair of shoes for the events, but as you evolve as a strongman, you will want to change your footwear. So I did mention in the previous video, wraps and straps and belts. We did belts, wrist wraps, put them on the right side, get them under, you wrap them around the bar, helps you hold the bar. The thing that strongman is a little different is you're allowed to use these. The big thing with gear, it's not cheating if it's allowed. Some powerlifters will tell you it's cheating. Some people say, oh, you're not doing this, doing that. It's allowed. Your competitors are going to use it. So why not take it full advantage of everything you have to use? But you don't need to buy this stuff to start. But it does help you at some point. So you saw all the gear that I have that almost all of us have doing strongman. When you buy some gear, you need to use it. You need to break it in. You need to learn how to use it. But I also don't recommend making it as a crutch and using it all the time. So you want to use the gear, but sometimes you don't want to use the gear. You want to train without the stuff to get stronger. All right, so the reason you don't want to use gear all the time, it becomes kind of a crutch to you. Just like navigation in your car, just like your phone, knowing all the phone numbers. You want to learn to compete without it. You want to get stronger. You want to strengthen your joints, your ligaments and stuff like that. So I don't recommend using stuff all the time. I don't use stuff until I get to a certain weight when I'm deadlifting, when I'm squatting. Start out with nothing. Knee sleeves are the one thing that maybe some people wear. They do keep your knee warm. I might do a whole workout with my knee sleeves on. But as far as the wraps, the straps, the elbow sleeves, the belts, they don't come on until I get to higher weights. So there's just a little tip on, don't use them all the time. So now I want to talk about why you want to use stuff. I told you not to use it unless you need it, but now you want to use it. When you're competing, when you're training in your competition, to get ready for the show, you want to use the equipment. You want to learn how to use it. You want to learn how to breathe through your belt. You want to learn how to take full advantage of the elbow sleeves, of the wrist wraps. So I said, use it, learn to use it, quit using it to get stronger, and then as the time comes to competition, you want to use it. When I'm in contest prep, I don't care how heavy my log press is, I'm putting on my lifting shoes, I'm putting on my knee sleeves, I'm putting on my belt, my wrist wraps, my elbow sleeves, mouthpiece if you use it, using everything you have, using the chalk. Because I want to get into that mind. I want to get my mind focused for the competition. So like I said, buy the stuff, use it, break it in, stop using it for a little bit, use it for the competition, and that's just a little tidbits on the gear in your bag. All right, that was this week's episode on Countdown to Duberville, just talking a little bit about gear, when to buy it, where to get it from, how to use it. So like I said, coming to you next week, look forward. Right now we are down to 8 weeks. Little Van B-Boy sign for your Seinfeld reference here this week. 8 weeks out from Duberville. Getting ready. We got a few more episodes coming up, which is once a week, so look for the next week coming up. But any questions on gear, if you notice, my stuff is all Cerberus. You don't have to buy Cerberus gear, but if you do, use my code But like I said, it comes down to what you can afford a lot of times too. I believe you get what you pay for, so don't go to Dunham's and buy your gear. Ask your local strongman. They'll give you get you in the right direction. So until next week, Godzilla out.